Mazda has done it again. Just when the world thought the rotary engine was a thing of the past, they pulled a move straight out of a car enthusiast's dream. This, is the 2026 Mazda RX-7, a name that echoes through the halls of JDM legends, finally reborn. And trust me, this isn't just a nostalgia trip, it's a full-blown, high-octane comeback that dares to take on the future while respecting its wild past. Let's not pretend the RX-7 didn't already have a cult following. The RX-7 from the 90s is still one of the most iconic sports cars ever made. From the sleek curves to the high-revving rotary engine, it was a masterpiece in motion. Fast forward to 2026, and Mazda knew they had to deliver more than just a decent sequel. They had to recapture lightning in a bottle. And from what we've seen, they did just that. At first glance, the design screams performance. The 2026 RX-7 doesn't shy away from aggression. Its long, low-slung hood flows into a tight cockpit, giving it a classic FR sports car silhouette. But what really sells it is the detailing. You've got slim, piercing LED headlights with a sharp, hawk-like stare. The grille is wide but clean, not overdone. Every inch is sculpted for aerodynamics, and the rear? A clean, tapering tail with twin circular taillights that instantly nod to the FD, but reimagined in a modern, digital style. But let's not just drool over looks, because under the hood, things get wild. Yes, it's rotary. Mazda couldn't bring back the RX-7 without reviving the Wankel rotary engine in some form. But here's the twist. The 2026 RX-7 is powered by a hybrid rotary setup. At its core, you've got a 1.6-liter twin-rotor engine. Compact, lightweight, high-revving. But it's paired with an electric motor that adds instant torque, throttle, response, and fuel efficiency. Together, this system delivers a combined 400 horsepower. That's more than enough to rocket this lightweight coupe from 0 to 60 in around 4 seconds. And that power delivery? Silky smooth, rev-happy, and beautifully linear. Rotary engines have always had that magical feel, like they're endlessly spinning up, and the new RX-7 keeps the character alive, but now with a tech-savvy punch. The electric motor fills in the gaps, eliminating the old rotary's notorious low-end torque weakness. It's the best of both worlds, old-school charm with new-school firepower. Now, let's talk about weight. Mazda kept this car tight and focused. Thanks to an aluminum-intensive chassis and carbon fiber components in key areas, hood, roof, and rear spoiler, the RX-7 tips the scales at just under 3,000 pounds. That's lighter than most of its modern competitors. You can feel it in every turn, every flick of the steering wheel. It feels like an extension of your body, agile, razor-sharp, and incredibly responsive. The suspension is double wishbone up front and multi-link in the rear, tuned for that perfect balance between road feel and comfort. This isn't a numb GT car. It's an old-school driver's machine with just enough modern refinement to keep you from rattling your teeth out. And yes, it comes standard with a 6-speed manual transmission. Mazda didn't dare disappoint the purists. But for those who want convenience, there's an 8-speed automatic with paddle shifters that's surprisingly responsive and quick inside the RX-7. Things are refreshingly minimal, but not cheap. You sit low, cocooned by a driver-focused cockpit. The digital gauge cluster is crisp and customizable, giving you everything from boost levels to G-force readouts. The steering wheel is thick, with just the right number of controls. No oversized touchscreens dominating the dash, just a clean 10-inch infotainment display that supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Below that, physical knobs and switches for climate control. Thank you, Mazda. The seats are slim, bolstered, and perfectly positioned. Alcantara and leather trim options give the cabin a premium yet sporty feel. And despite the compact cabin, there's a decent amount of storage, a nod to daily usability. But what's really impressive is the sound. The rotary-hybrid setup doesn't just move, it sings. Mazda worked with engineers and even some racing heritage folks to tune the exhaust note. The result? A rising wail that turns heads at every throttle blip. It's not obnoxiously loud, but it's absolutely addictive. Especially above 6,000 RPM, where the rotary magic really kicks in. Driving the 2026 RX-7 is, honestly, a rush. Whether you're carving up mountain roads or just blasting through a freeway on-ramp, it gives you that rare feeling, that connection. The kind of feedback that reminds you why you fell in love with driving in the first place. Pricing? Mazda's keeping it competitive. The base RX-7 starts at around $48,000, which undercuts most European rivals by a solid margin. Higher trims with performance upgrades, carbon fiber aero kits, and Brembo brakes climb into the $60,000 range, but even fully spec'd, it's still a value compared to what you're getting, and for those wondering, yes, there's a potential. RX-7 Type R rumored for 2027, lighter, more aggressive, track-focused. But even this base 2026 version, it's already a legend in the making. The 2026 Mazda RX-7 is more than just a car. It's a statement, a tribute to driving, a resurrection of one of the most beloved sports cars of all time, and a showcase of what happens when a car company actually listens to its fans. Mazda didn't have to bring back the RX-7. They could have stuck with crossovers and safe bets. But they chose passion, they chose the rotary, and they chose us, the enthusiasts. And for that, we salute them. If you're a fan of driving, real driving, the RX-7 isn't just worth checking out. It's worth dreaming about.